So, right now, I can feel that there's something wrong, but it's really challenging to articulate what's going on onto a specific word that describes all of it. When you just look at my life on the outside, I'm actually moving forward at a steady pace, like I usually advance. But today, for some reason, it feels like I'm not enough. Well, in the sense of I'm not doing enough. But a couple of days before, I did the exact same thing as I did today, and I was really proud of myself. Bro, at the point where I was in a flow state for the entire day. Socially, I was more confident. And it's like, not just socially, but every second that passes by, I just felt like I was in the zone. But today I'm not. I'm wondering, is it actually possible to constantly be proud of myself and be in that zone? Because like, on the paper it seems impossible, but for some reason, I kind of believe that there's something that I could be doing that would heavily influence the possibility of constantly feeling proud and being in that zone, basically. In a flow state. I don't have a word to describe it, but it's just like a way of being where you really feel confident. And you're not even trying to be confident. You just are. And you don't even think about it. You just flow. In life. Almost like you're a pro surfer and you just surf the wave. And that's really interesting because, like, not that long ago, I made a video about, honestly, I think it was about the same topic. And so it keep happening might be a sign that there's something that I'm not doing. You know, and it's at a point where, like, as you can see, I'm thinking a lot about it. You know what I've just realized? I'm obsessed about that. I'm obsessed about finding the answer, of always being in the zone. Like, now that I think about it really often. And it's at the point where, like, I don't want to get anything done. I just want to focus on that specific challenge and find the answer. But sometimes I end up being too much in my head for like 30 minutes, an hour or two. And it feels like my mind is about to explode into pieces. And another thing that kind of sucks is that, like, I try pretty often to find the answer, and then I just end up sitting on my chair, writing in my journal about it for like 30 minutes, an hour. I do that like pretty, like, it's almost as if I'm trying to find the answer. Sometimes I find an advice that helps me a lot. I'm like, oh my god, this is it. And then for a couple of days, I'm like really motivated. And it's like, oh yeah, I found it. Finally, I found it. And then I'm gonna be that confident and in the flow for my entire life. Over. After a couple of days, it just falls down, and then I just end up finding myself trying to find the answer again. And then I find another tip on ChatGPT, Claude, or YouTube, and it's like, oh, okay, now I found the answer. And I'm going through this, basically, yeah, yo, I'm going through this roller coaster. A lot. And I'm kind of like waiting to find the answer so that I can actually move, get things done, and create the life that I want to live. Like, it feels productive, but I think that, like, sometimes it's just not productive because I just end up basically being too much in my head instead of actually taking real actions in my life to make things happen. So basically, I think it's important to think about it, but not to the point where I'm just waiting to find the answer. And once I'll find the answer, then I'll actually try to live my life the best as I can. And move forward. Talk to this girl. Like, just go with the flow, like, live as the main character of like a movie. But of my life. Bang. I just need to keep moving. Keep living my life even if I don't have the answer with that and with everything else. Just keep going. And you know what, bro? I might find the answer, I might not. But I prefer to move even if I don't have the answer. By doing that, I'm actually realizing that I end up being more proud of myself even if I don't get the desired outcomes. Yo, my life feels like chasing the One Piece. And I'm like a pirate on my own ship, steering the boat towards the One Piece. But where is it? On what island? Does it actually exist? And I'm kind of getting used to those highs and lows in my life as a young man. Bang, on my grind, let's get it, let's go. You already know with the flow, baby. You already know who it is. A lot of rappers says that, and you don't know who he is. That's kind of ironic. Yo, I just had a crazy realization, bro. I'm gonna go on the roof of my apartment and I'll show you. Alright, so yeah, basically, you know, when things like that happen, I end up really, like, focused in my internal world. Basically being a lot in my head right now. And sometimes because of that, I end up being, like, too stuck. And I forget that there's a life around me and that there's people. So I think it's a bit fucked what I'm gonna do, but we'll do it anyway because I'm a real gangster. But also because I want to show you a point, is that basically I tend to forget that there's also other people that might be going through the same thing. Not just other people, but I think that everyone else is going through the same thing. Highs and lows. Sometimes feeling proud, sometimes not feeling proud. Like, there's people there. There's like people all around me. Basically, there might be like 200 people in that building. There's people there, like everywhere around me. And not just with that specifically, but also in this train, for example. You know, there might be people like actually going through that, like right now in that train. Basically, I tend to forget that, bro, there's also people around me and they might be going through the same thing. By the way, here's my setup on the roof of my apartment. Got a desk, a chair, and a tanning chair. That's how I call it. That I found in the trash, but they're like clean. Clean. So I can just sit there, journal, sometimes watch like the World Cup games when I have free time, which I have a lot right now, and a tanning chair to get vitamin D and also to get a massive tan. So I'll look even more jacked. And also I feel way better when I get a lot of sunlight. To be honest, it kind of feels like I'll never find the answer to that right now. If I can feel proud and be in the zone each and every single day. I can't explain it, but it's just like a feeling of mine. That it's like unrealistic. But even if that's the case, I'm still gonna go towards it and like trying to find a way. Yeah. Life.